Well, the king has finally arrived.
Hey, what's up, my peoples? EmGo here, the freaking geek himself, and we have finally reached the end of our journey with Fansproject SAURUS RYU-OH, and we have taken a look at all 6 members, and if you missed any of those reviews, you can check out the playlist in the description down below at your leisure. We go through all the transformations for all 6 members, but this video is for the combination, so let's just get right down to it! Yay, I'm so happy. This is finally complete, and I can finally put all these guys together. So what you're going to do here is you have these 2 posts right here, which will go into these 2 ports right there, and you also have this post right here in the back, which will plug in right here. So we will just connect all these up like that, and make sure you just give it a good squeeze, because that will snap into place. Squeezy, 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 squeezy. And then just make sure that that post right there just plugs in where it's supposed to go. And get, come on, you can do it. You can do it. Wait, there we go. That'll just plug in right in there like that. And I think we have everything nice and secure, like, yes. Okay, so there we have the upper and lower torso section all done. And then we're going to plug in the legs. Now, the way you want this peg oriented, you want it oriented so that this bit right here with these 3 little protrusions are facing back. And you want to make sure that you can see that this panel right back here is pushed back right there. So then you just plug the leg on. Make sure you push it down all the way, and then you just take that and push it in, and that will lock the leg in place. So you're going to do the same thing on the other side. Just make sure that this little panel is pulled back, and plug on leg, plug on leg, plug on leg, boop, plug on leg. Push that in. And now he has legs. Yay! He has legs. Hooray. Hooray for things that can stand on their own. Hooray, hooray. So there we go. Now he's starting to get tall. Now I gotta raise the camera. There we go. So now we move on to the arms. The arms, yeah, just plug right in. Boop. And boop. And there you go. There you have SAURUS RYU-OH, aka Dinoking, all complete in all of his glory, and he looks pretty freaking cool, if I do say so myself, and I do, because I'm the only one in the room right now. I never get tired of that joke, I don't care if you are. But anyway, but there is SAURUS RYU-OH, finally complete. Hooray! He looks good. He definitely looks good. Let's get in close here on that noggin. Not his chest. Whoop, his noggin. There it is, his noggin. Very nice head sculpt. I dig the head sculpt very much. Got the nice silver, nice red eyes. Got some red there on the sides of the helmet. He also has some gray going around the mouth, which is very cool. I like it. And overall, it just, you know, he looks real nice. He's not that heavy either, which is good. In this day and age now where combiners weigh like 20 pounds, I mean, it's nice to have one that actually doesn't weigh a lot. I'm happy about that, honestly. But, yeah. All in all, though, he comes together pretty nice. So there you go. So let's get down to articulation for the combined mode. The head is on a ball joint, so you do get some side-to-side movement. He can look back if you use the hinge that his head is on. You can look up, you can throw a squirrel, he can do that. He can't really look down. His head can do a full 360. The arms can do a full 360. It's a soft ratchet. You can hear it. It's a soft ratchet. It just kind of thoops. It thoop, 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 thoop. You'll feel the thoops. You'll feel the thoops, but it thoops. so it will thoop around. You do have outward movements on the nice ratchets. He does have a swivel above the elbow. He has a ratcheted elbow joint with almost 90 degrees of bend. You do have a wrist swivel. The thumb is on a ball joint, and each finger is on a ball joint at the base, as well as a hinge in the middle of the finger right there. So you do get some pretty decent articulation in the fingers. He does have a waist swivel, although due to all the junk on his back, it doesn't allow for too much rotation. It's pretty much all you're going to get. He does have an ab crunch, which is nice. The legs can go forward. Pretty good. You can get a good high kick going on there. Do a big boot. Backwards movement, again, due to the stuff on his back, he can't really move his legs back all that far, about one click. Outward movement. If we use those joints there, you can get his legs out about that far. He does have a ratcheting swivel right there. Knee joints. Again, you do have to kind of move stuff out of the way here, but you can get that much bend out of the knee. And the feet, you have one click up, one click down. You get two clicks either side as far as tiltage goes, and you can move his toes up and down. So there you go. So pretty well articulated. I don't think you can really get him in any real dynamic poses, but he's still pretty posable. Now, of course, he does have his big mofo axe right here. And one thing I noticed about the axe is this slot right here that he uses to tab it into his hand. It's offset, as you can see, but it's actually in the wrong spot. It really needed to be on this side of the handle instead of this side of the handle, because the way he holds it, if I open up his hand here so you can see it's actually it's supposed to go this way. So if you plug it in this way, now the axe head is actually facing the wrong way. So the only way to have him holding it properly is if you either turn the axe head around or you just turn this part of the handle around. And if you want to keep all the screws on one side like I wanted to, well, guess what? You can't do it because you have no choice. And no matter what hand you put it in, that's going to be the issue. So that kind of sucks. That seems like that was a mistake on their part and they just put that slot on the wrong side. But oh well. I just turn that bottom part of the handle. That's what I do. And you can just plug that into his hand like so. There you go. Just tab that in. And he does hold that very securely. Actually give it a good, it'll make his hand droop. But he will hold on to it. Just wrap his fingers around it. And he can hold his giant battle axe of murder. And of course you can take all of the guns from each individual member and make them into one big cannon for the combined mode. So we're going to come down here so we can show off how this works. So you're going to take Dinoichi's gun right here. You're going to turn it upside down. And then we're going to bring in Dino-Ni's gun. And you're just going to push in the barrel. And this will plug in right up top like that. Just match up the posts and ports. And just plug that in right there. Then you're going to take EmGo's gun. You're going to turn that upside down. Flip down the handle here. And that will just clip in right there like that. And then we're going to take Dino-Shi's gun and flip down the handle like that. This will just tab in right up in here. Tab that in like that. And then we take Dino-san's gun and Dino-Roku's gun. With Dino-san's gun, you're just going to take these barrels here and flip them back. You focus. There you go. You just flip that back like that. And again, you're going to turn it upside down. And then you take Dino-Roku's gun. Again, you flip that upside down. Flip down the handle. And you just line up the post and port. Tab and slot. And you just plug all that together. Like so. Just give it a good squeeze. And then all of this will just plug in right back there. It's quite tight on mine. You have to give it a good... You have to give it a good... You have to give it a really good... Like that. If you don't make the noise, it doesn't work. There you go. And then you just extend the barrel if you want to. You don't have to. You can just leave the barrel like that if you want, but you can extend the barrel. And there you have the big combined mode gun, and that's pretty freaking cool. I like this gun. That's awesome. That is really awesome. I love this gun. I really do. So there you have that. So that will come back up. And he can hold his gun. And again, you just have the little slot right there in the handle. And you just plug that in to his hand. Plug it into his hand. Plug it into his hand. There we go. And he can hold that. So now he has his weapons. And he can hold them pretty securely. Like if I, get both of his arms like straight out like this, you can see he actually does still, it doesn't make him droop forward. It makes him droop forward a little bit, but if you want to kind of counterbalance that, you just bring those feet back one click, and that kind of counterbalances everything. So he can't hold his arms straight out. Oops. Except that wrist swivel is a little loose, but you can see he's holding his weapon straight out. He's not suffering from severe droopage. So I think that works out pretty well. So there you go. You can store his weapons if you want. Remove these. Get this out. Release. Release! You can take the axe. You see there's a post right there. And there are ports on either side of the backpack right here. The instructions have the axe stored like this, which I think is kind of dumb to just have it with the axe head just sticking straight up like that. But that's what the pictures on the instructions tell you to do. But of course, I think what makes the most sense is to have it draping down like that. So you can do that if you want. And the gun does have posts on either side as well that you can plug onto the other side. And one thing they do in the pictures on the instructions there is they have it plugged in like this and have it as a big shoulder cannon, which that's pretty cool too. I can dig that. I can dig it. I can dig it. I dig it. Yeah, I dig it. I dig it. But there you go. So there you have that. Oh, let's just plug these back into his hand though, because dang it, he's a warrior. And a warrior always holds his weapons. He always has his weapons at the ready. That's what a warrior does. And he's a warrior. A warrior. He's not a young warrior. I think he's pretty old. But a warrior nonetheless. So, there you go. So now, let's get everything situated here. Oh yeah, and the feet, again for articulation, the feet do have a swivel there. So you can rotate them to your heart's content. But there you go. So now we're going to get down to some comparisons. So let's get down to it. And to compare him to some other Fansproject combiners, here he is with their Menasor. So you can see how they scale together. You can see he's about a head shorter than Fansproject's not Menasor. And here he is with their Bruticus. You can see he's actually a little bit taller, like a hair taller than their Bruticus. For a mainline comparison, here he is with Combiner Wars Bruticus. You can see he's a little bit shorter than a Combiner Wars Combiner. Here he is with Masterpiece Star Saber. So you can see how he scales there. With the saber to the stars, you can see he's quite a bit shorter than Star Saber. And here he is with TFC's not Leo Kaiser. And you can see he is very much shorter then TFC is Leo Kaiser. So there you have those two together. And yeah, that is pretty much it for this guy. Very nicely done combiner, in my opinion. I like the way this turned out. You know, like, as far as the individual robots go, the individual monster modes are, yeah, here and there. I mean, all their robot modes look pretty good. Just Dino Sun's robot mode is the only one I wasn't really crazy about, but the rest of them look really good in their robot modes. Dino Roku is my favorite of the robot modes. I think he's the best looking one out of the whole set. But yeah, all around though, very, very nicely done set. Very cool combiner. Once you have it all put together, I dig it. I dig it very much. And we're finally done with this guy. Yay! So there you go. So if you would like a Saurus Ryu-OH or any of Fansproject's other offerings, you can always check out BigBadToyStore.com for availability. There will be a link in the description down below, so check that out. And you can also check out the Saurus Ryu-OH playlist for any reviews you may have missed, also linked in the description down below, so check that out as well. And I think that's it, so don't forget to check out EmGo's, check out Lori Plan, follow me on Twitter, all of that good stuff down in the description below. And I think that's pretty much all there is to say. So, there is the Fansproject SAURUS RYU-OH, and this is EmGo saying, remember, you don't stop playing because you grow old because you stop playing. Be geek, be proud, palm in your face. That's it! Today is the day I kick those guys out! Okay, but can you at least try to be nice about it? Am I nice about anything? Yeah, good point.
Hey. Just so you guys know, we're gonna be sticking around for a little longer, and we're probably gonna break a lot more of your stuff. Just FYI. Nothing you can do about it. So, yeah, we'll see you around. We'll see you later. Bye.
Wow, he's taller than the set. I didn't realize that. Yeah, he's pretty tall. I mean, how much stuff do we really need when you think about it? I mean, it's okay if they stick around for a little while. Oh, there goes the power again. Nah, it's okay, we have candles.
I just ate all your candles.
No, scrap.